Hello, good morning everyone. I hope you are having a really nice day today. And today the weather in Toronto is a bit cloudy. I don't know why I'm giving you like weather updates every time I make a video, but it is what it is. Anyways, so in this video, we are going to be talking about a very important thing, which is making a cover letter to get the dream job that you want. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about some um, tips or some basic things that you can include in your cover letter so that your employer can look at your cover letter and be like, this is the guy I want, or this is the girl I want in my organization. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be adding a sample on my cover letter, how the cover letter that I used to get a job at TD and the cover letter that I used to apply at other jobs. So make sure to watch the video till the end. And without any further ado, let's get started. So the first thing when you're writing a cover letter is the format. So जैसे लेटर में फॉर्मेट होता है, जैसे मेमो में फॉर्मेट होता है, जैसे रिपोर्ट्स में फॉर्मेट होता है, द कवर लेटर ऑल्सो हैज़ अ फॉर्मेट. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डोंट फॉरगेट टू राइट द डेट. सो पहले आएगी आपकी डेट विल बी द डे यू आर राइटिंग द कवर लेटर. After you write the date, you also have to write the company you are applying to, and you have to modify your cover letter for each and every company, because of course तुम एक ही company का नाम लेके हर एक company में apply नहीं कर सकते हो. So you have to write the name of the company you are applying to. So if you're applying to Tata Consultancy Services, you have to write the date, May 9 2023, Tata Consultancy Services. After that you have to write RE dot dot, is that a colon or a semicolon? And but RE dot dot and the job title that you're applying for. So you have to write RE, that is referring to or replying with this job position. So it refers to that job position. So you have to write the job title of the position you're applying to. So date, the name of the company you're applying to, RE, your job title, and then you can get started with your cover letter. So before you get started, you have to write the salutation. Dear or respected hiring manager. Now, please keep this in mind. Okay, you don't write he or she or any. You don't use any personal pronouns in your salutation if you don't know the hiring manager. So, for example, you can't write respected sir or respected ma'am because you don't know the gender of the person who is the hiring manager, and you can't just assume it, right? So try using common words like hiring manager if you personally know them and you know that they also know you. Then you can write their name. You can write respected if it's me Maitri Acharya, or you can write also don't use Miss or Mrs. because sometimes it's ambiguous that like are you married, are you single, so that's a lot of things to look out for. So instead of that, just write respected Maitri Acharya if you want to use the name. और इसमें भी बहुत होता है कि some cultures don't like when you use their first name and the last name. So to avoid all this confusion, just write respected or dear hiring manager. That's it. After that, you can move on to the body of your cover letter. So in the body of your cover letter, you would have different things that you have to look into. So the first thing that you have to look into is the introduction. So introduction में आपको क्या करना है? You have to say why you are the best candidate for this role. Your employer is gonna look at the introduction and decide if he wants to read the whole cover letter or not. So introduction में you have to clearly state what is the job role that you're applying for, where did you find the job, and you can also mention when did you find it. The when did you find it part is optional, it's not really important, but if you want to add it, you can go ahead and do it. But उसके अलावा you have to mention where did you find the job and what is the role you're applying to clearly. So you can write, okay, I am applying for the role of administrative assistant, and I found your ad on LinkedIn on 29 May 2023, something like that. Okay. And also after that you have to write what are the skills that you have that make you the ideal candidate for this role. So you have to एक छोटू सा brief नहीं but एकदम small summary of your previous experience or any skills that you have that make you the best fit for this role. Now remember, all your paragraphs should be 3 to 4 lines maximum 5 lines, but not more than that, because this is not an essay that we are writing. The employer is going to be bored if you write really long paragraphs. They're not even going to read it. So make sure कि सारे paragraphs are between 3 to 4 lines. 5 lines भी चलता है, but try to make it between, like, try to make it up to 4 lines. Okay, so in the introduction you have to write where are you applying, what is the role you're applying for, and what skills or experiences do you have that make you the ideal candidate for this role. So isme you can write any past experience, like we have mentioned your relevant experience and skills that you have. Moving on to the next paragraph, the next paragraph would be where are you talking about your recent experience. And now the recent experience is not an irrelevant experience. So the ideal term would be a relevant experience के बारे में बात करनी है. If I'm applying for the role of an admin assistant, but मेरा last experience, मेरा current experience है वो as a writer है, I can't write, oh I'm a writer. In the second paragraph, you're introducing, your skills and your experience. They're gonna be like, so how is this relevant to admin assistant? No, you have to talk about the experience that is relevant to the job. Before I was a writer, I was an admin assistant. So you can write, okay, as in my role as an admin assistant, मैंने ये किया था. So you have to talk about the most relevant experience rather than the most recent experience. So when you're talking about, when you're giving an introduction about your skills and your experience, so you're going to be talking about your most relevant experience and what is it and where did you work. So my relevant experience is admin assistant at Uranus International, for example, if that's the name of the company. And then you can also say, okay, what are the skills that you gained that are applicable in this role, in this company. So make sure कि आप लोग एक जो job description होता है, there's a job ad that they attach. So उसमें there is a skills summary or a skill set thing where they write all the skills that they want in their employee, and make sure you use these skills as the keywords in your cover letter and in your resume, because now the whole hiring process has become so automated that if you don't have these keywords in your cover letter or resume, the software is just going to reject it, so it's not even going to reach the hiring manager. So make sure to use as much as the keywords जो job के ad में mentioned है in your cover letter. So when you're matching these skills, okay, in my previous experience I had this skill that is applicable here, वो जो skill है that should be in the job description, in the job ad. So you can say that I was an admin assistant, and if in the job ad it says organized individual, you can say I learned how to organize things because I was managing calendars and I was planning for people and stuff like that. And this organization skills are applicable in this company because it will help me to become more organized and more productive, right? So something like this. And so once you are done with that, you have to move on to the next paragraph where you're talking about why you want to work for the company and why you want to work in that industry. Talk about how passionate you are. Talk about why do you want to do this particularly. Talk about some skills that you have. Talk about where does this passion stem from, right? So if you're applying at TD, for example, you can write, okay, I'm really interested in the financial industry. I always I'm always keen on learning new things about finance. I always listen to finance podcasts, and I majored in finance in my college. I really love finance. And why TD particularly, if you're applying at TD, because TD's commitment to environment makes me really happy because I'm also an environmental enthusiast. So try to match a core quality between the organization and yourself, so that the the employer thinks that you are a good fit for the organization. So like the why you're passionate about the industry and why you're passionate about the company in that paragraph. After that, in this paragraph you have to talk about any other experience that you have, not directly relevant but you think worth mentioning in your resume, और इसके बारे में बहुत लंबा नहीं लिखना है. Again, 4 lines. So if I have experience as a customer service representative at Walmart, I have experience as a writer, and I have experience as a server, तो ये मुझे सब लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, but I can write I was also a customer service representative at Walmart, यहाँ पे I learned how to talk to customers and interact with customers that I think will be beneficial for this role. As a server, I learned how to work in a fast-paced environment that I think again will be beneficial in this role because I'll be able to complete tasks efficiently. So you're understanding what I'm doing here. So before the conclusion to paragraph आता है उसमें you have to write a little about एक those skills that you have learned in jobs that are not directly relevant but have taught you something जो इस जॉब के स्किल्स में आपको हेल्पफुल होगा. सो वंस यू आर डन विद एवरीथिंग यू हैव टू गो टू द कंक्लूजन. कंक्लूजन में क्या लिखोगे आप? नथिंग फैंसी, डोंट ओवर सेल योर सेल्फ, don't give off the attitude that you will be thankful to have me. No, just be thankful for the employer. Just write thank you for your time and your consideration. Be grateful to them for giving you the opportunity to present yourself. After that, just write about just write that you're really looking forward to this opportunity, you really want to have an interview with them. And you can also write the resumes enclosed with the cover letter and the document that I've attached. And yeah, and then you can just close off by saying sincerely and your name, or regards and your name, something like that, complimentary close. So now I have explained the whole framework of how to write a cover letter, and I'm also going to be adding a sample word document of the cover letter that I use in the description box below for your reference. If you have any questions or any queries, you are free to use it in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer the questions, and I hope everyone is having a really nice day today.